of the Amani National Congress, Honorable Omboko Milemba. I'm also accompanied by the Honorable Chikati, who is the Secretary General of the second oldest party in our democracy, Ford Kenya, is here. I'm also accompanied by good Senator Tabitha, nominated Senator of UDA, Honorable Tabitha Mtinda. I'm also accompanied by Senator Sigei, who is a Senator of Bomet, and also our legal experts, Advocate Alutalala. We will be very brief. I'm glad you've not given us time limits. Yes. I'm sure you you appreciate who we are. Thank you.
You've asked for it. Here you get it. You have got 20 minutes maximum. Yes.
Thank you. So, Honorable Chairs, we will restrain ourselves within the boundaries of the thematic areas that you had suggested. One, we will have a presentation by at least each one of us on the issue of electoral justice and related matters. We will be led by Senator Sigei, and on the issue of outstanding constitutional matters, we will be led by Omboko Milemba, who is the Secretary General. On the issue of fidelity to political parties, coalition, and the law on multi-party democracy, will be led by the good Honorable Secretary General for the Ford Kenya. And on the issue of entrenching funds in the Constitution, will be led by the good Honorable SG of Ford Kenya. And on the issue of implementation of the two-third gender rule, we will have a presentation from Senator Mutinda. I will lead you on the establishment and entrenchment of state office, and that's how we make...
SG, I propose you just go straight to it, so that you don't buy time making that. Okay. Just let those who are supposed to do whatever speak.
Okay, well-guided chair. So we will start by having a presentation by Honorable Sigei on that specific thematic area.
Thank you. Thank you, SG. Thank you very much, Madam Chair and Honorable Chair as well, and members. The first point which we will make is with regards to the establishment of the IEBC, that is the Commission, and our view is with regards to the selection panel. And you all, of course, are aware about the establishment of IEBC under the Constitution, and what we are proposing as a coalition is that since we already have a law in place with regards to the selection panel to the IEBC, which law is in place as of now, we propose that we allow the Commission to proceed and conclude with the process of establishing the Commission in order for it to ensure that we fast track whatever is outstanding in terms of the delimitation of boundaries, which is coming up in, of course, the next few months or so because of the provision of the Constitution. And two, the reason as to why we are saying so is because this particular panel comprise a representative team, because we have got representation from the Public Service Commission, we've got representation from the Parliamentary Service Commission, which is, or rather was, a product of a decision by the court, where the court did indeed pronounce itself as to the need to have a wider representation of the members. We have representation from the religious groups as well as also from the political parties. And therefore, the Kenya Kwanza Coalition's position and recommendation to this committee is that this particular selection panel should proceed from where it has reached in terms of setting up the commission for purposes of making sure that it does the mandate provided for in law. And this is also one of the reasons why we are saying it should be let to proceed, is because we have got 7 pending by-elections where members of those representative constituencies and wards have had no representation, which is largely against the law. Or the position of Kenya Kwanza is that this selection panel, since it is representative and the law is in place, should be allowed to proceed, and this committee should recommend that position immediately. I will come back in a short while to represent the second bit of it, but I'll ask Amboko Milemba to deal with the issue on the boundaries delimitation, which is also another link of this position of Kenya Kwanza.
Thank you, Chair. On boundaries delimitation, the boundary delimitation exercise, the review process, which is due to be done latest by March 2024, which is the 12th year outer limit required by the Constitution, is likely to stall due to lack of properly if it's not constituted. Honorable Chair, we stand for the fact that this delimitation be done by the IBC, because as per Article 29 of the Constitution, this boundary delimitation should be done after every between 8 to 12 years. And as we stand now, we are doing the last year, which is the 12th year, and therefore we strongly propose that this should be done so that we avoid a constitutional crisis. I would wish to add that, being very brief, that we further propose that Parliament and the Executive should fast track